Race 1. After pre-race checks and sorting out an ABS issue caused by a faulty sensor, we made pressure adjustments and headed to the grid. One green flag lap to warm the tires and brakes, then it was lights out. We got a great launch and entered Paddock Hill Bend with Paul on the grass and Freya just ahead. I knew this would be a spicy first lap. Learning from previous race weekends, I stayed close, but with a faster starting or 56 coming around the outside, I had to slot in behind, losing time to Freya and Paul. Heading into McLaren, Paul missed his braking point and pushed Freya wide. She braked early, cut back under Paul, but as he returned to the racing line, she was forced wide again and tapped Trunalise R56. This opened the door for me to gain back the lost time. By the time I reached Druids, I felt a lack of power. It took a few corners to figure it out. After fixing the wheel sensor and getting ABS working, we'd unknowingly reactivated Active Stability Control, ASC. I couldn't think how to switch it off mid-race, so I ended up locking the brakes to trip the ABS off around lap 8. Finally freeing the car up and gaining 2 seconds per lap. But by then, the gap to Freya was 11 seconds. I clawed it back to 9.8 seconds, finishing 8th overall and 4th in class. My fastest lap, 58.493 seconds. With an early finish on Saturday, we spent the rest of the day enjoying some downtime with family, watching the last few races, and doing another track walk. Sunday rolled around, and with race 2 not until midday, we made a few setup tweaks. I also discovered, to my embarrassment, that the ASC switch was right there on the center dash, though. A quick flick of the switch sorted it. ASC off, ABS on. Race 2. At Assembly, I had a bit of a fanboy moment watching Jimmy Broadbent in the number 53 car for Brunel Motorsport. Soon, it was time for the green flag lap. Warmed up the tires and brakes, this time starting on the outside of the grid, no handbrake needed. Another great launch almost got me past Freya in a Paddock Hill Bend, but she had the inside line. I slotted in behind her and kept Ben Trunalise number 16 car behind for the first 7 laps. On lap 8, Ben got close enough to try and move into Druids. I braked late to attempt a switchback, but he defended well. I stayed close through Graham Hill Bend and onto Cooper Street. Heading into McLaren, I carried more speed and spotted a gap on the inside. I went for it, got alongside, but carried a bit too much speed on the tighter line and drifted slightly wide. leaving just enough space for Ben. Unfortunately, he dipped a wheel into the gravel. The move was later contested, and I was called to see the clerk of the course. After reviewing both onboard and circuit footage, the pass was deemed fair. I left enough space, and no further action was taken. I ultimately finished 9th overall and 4th in class, 3 seconds behind Freya. Fastest lap, 58.640 seconds. Race 3. With a 4-hour gap before race 3, we used the time to thoroughly check the car, meet fans, and run the brand's Hatch Scalextric layout, which was a big hit with both kids and adults. Our team merch also got plenty of attention. Eventually, it was time to suit up and head back out. After the green flag lap, we warmed up the tires and brakes for the final time. Lights on, lights out, away we went. I got another good start, dodging a slow-moving James Dudley in car number 7, but lost a little time to Freya in car number 89, finishing lap 1 about 1.2 seconds behind. Over the next 5 laps, the gap stretched to 2.2 seconds, but after 4 consistent laps in the 0:58.800, 0:58.700 range, I hit a rhythm. On lap 11, I clocked my fastest time of the weekend so far, 58.331 seconds. I began closing in on Freya and started to believe a challenge for 3rd in class was possible. With 3 more laps in the low 0:58s, I eventually set a 58.260 seconds, my fastest of the weekend, putting me within 0.5 seconds of Freya. With the last lap oared out, I tried to fill her mirrors in a paddock hill, hoping to force a mistake. But the seasoned racer that she is, she held her line, and I finished close behind. Result, 7th overall and 4th in class. Fastest lap, 58.260 seconds. Looking ahead, data from race 3 revealed an optimal lap time of 57.770 seconds, a clear goal to aim for next year. We now look ahead to our next outing at Snetterton on 13th to 14th September, racing the full 300 circuit alongside the British Truck Racing Championship and TCR UK. Want to support the team? We've got team tops available. Kids, 10 pounds, adults, 15 pounds, plus pound 2.50 PMP. If you like one, please get in touch.